Okay, so this, my friends, is Be Your Own Hero. And it's just a really wonderful course that I did in the last decade that is super relevant to right now and goes perfectly with this predator, prey, and person of power graphic that I just gave you. So enjoy it and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting my work and just being part of this sisterhood and part of the human family. I'm so excited to grow with you. Hi guys. I was just getting everything prepared to load up for you guys, and I printed out the Be Your Own Hero curriculum. And I woke up this morning and I just felt so different and so full of life because I made some, declarations, proclamations to myself and to life and to my truth teller and to every available helper in the universe, that this would be a new kind of November. My dad died in November. How many years ago? 2014. So 8 years ago. Wow, it's been a long time. And so ever since then, Novembers have been really hard. And it's also the time when Mark, my husband, kind of goes away for a while, sometimes for 4 or 5 or 6 months, into his depression, as a relapse from his brain injury. And so he and I, since last spring, when he got better, decided that we were going to really put a lot of effort into not only our physical health, but our mental health, and like write a new story and ask for a new outcome for this winter. And either way, I decided that I'm going to be okay no matter what happens with his body and his mind. But as November approaches, just old feelings come, and I have to counteract those. Now, what I've learned from studying neuroscience is that every time you pause and you tell yourself, I'm not going to do that this time, when you go back into old habits and old behaviors, and you stop and you tell your body's memory system, your known neural pathways, your automatic memory of wanting to go back to the same thoughts and the same behaviors when things happen. When you stop that and you say, no, I'm going to do something different this time and I'm in charge, then it literally expands the capacity of your brain. It grows new neural pathways. And if you keep doing that as a habit and you show your brain that it's safe to do that, then suddenly it becomes a habit. It becomes your new way. And it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of time. And I've been trying to do that in all areas of my life, but I kind of start white knuckling around fall time, I've noticed, since 2004, when my husband had his accident. He had his accident at the end of the summer and started getting really bad in the fall. And even though I love fall, my old belief system has been that I've got to brace myself, that it's going to be really hard. And this time I decided this is going to be the best fall and winter of my life, because I'm going to decide and I'm going to make it so, no matter what's going on around me. And that's really what we have to do. We have to learn how to be calm inside of chaos, no matter what's going on all around us, whether it's in your personal life or the world. And obviously the world is kind of crazy right now. I don't see it getting any less crazy anytime soon. And so we have to get stronger and we have to get less crazy. When things aren't going to get easier, then we have to get stronger and make sure that we are deciding how we're going to show up every day, not just going into some default. And again, I want to tell you, I know what it's like when you can't do that for a while. But just even saying I have a desire to do things a different way is a huge step. I have a desire to think differently and to believe differently and to behave differently and to say things differently and to have a different perspective. So this course, I'm gonna work on it today. But I love the lesson, and I remember at this time I was very sick when I was making these lessons. I had the autoimmune disorder, and I was covered in hives, and I was so sick. I remember making this But I want to show you some of the things that are in here. So when I was doing these soul school lessons, I would do 7 different little mini lessons, and they all go along with the same theme. And the theme here is be your own hero. So I'm going to just read to you what some of these say. Sometimes we wait and wait and wait for a hero to come and save the day, or to save our life, or to fix things, or to rescue us, or show us the way, or give us our value, or be the person that finally makes us feel complete. We don't have to wait, and we shouldn't wait. We are capable and smart and strong and brave. It's wonderful to have people alongside us. It's an enormous blessing when people come and help us when times are tough. Sometimes they even save us from things that would have killed us or hurt parts of us. These are all wonderful things, but we don't have to wait around for these things to happen for us. We can be our own hero. We can rescue ourselves. We can work with our Creator to create miracles in our life. We can be heroes to ourselves today. So that's the first one. You know, I spent a lot of years waiting to be rescued. And sometimes it's a long wait until you figure out that you're capable of doing so much of it yourself and just asking for help from your Creator. This one says, we suffer when we give others the ultimate responsibility of making sure that we're happy and comfortable and that we have everything we need. Not only do we suffer, we cause others to suffer too. Because no matter how much others want us to be happy, no one can make us happy and content. No one can make us feel fulfilled. This is a job that is ours and ours alone. We can take full and complete responsibility for our lives, for our moods, for where our story goes next. We get to decide how we react to things that are out of our control. And we get to decide how we will make the very most out of the things that are absolutely in our control. To hand others the keys of our life fulfillment is to give away our power. To take responsibility is the very best kind of freedom. It is worth it. Here's the next one. Things happen in life that cause us to believe that the story of our life is set in stone and that there's nothing we can do about it. The thing is, our story is never over. We have no idea what could happen in the next minute, let alone the next year. We don't always know just how miraculous our past life events have been until we look and see how they each have led to the next part of our life. Sometimes the parts of our life that were the worst or the hardest end up being the very best things that set us on track for the very best things we could ever have imagined. Your story is not over yet. There is still so much more to go, and chances are the very best parts haven't even happened yet. Now, this one, we make a lot of excuses, don't we? We tell ourselves that we're just entirely too busy to ever take the best care of ourselves, or live out our dreams, or volunteer, or have a garden, or tidy up our messes that drive us crazy. Almost all of us can make time for the things we really want to be doing. We can make time to take good care. We can make time to pray and meditate and study things that are important to us. We can make time. We make time by saying no, by prioritizing and reprioritizing. We make time when we stop wasting time. We make time when we do the things that matter first and give what we have left to the things that matter less. We have time, and it's ours to take care of. Here's the next one. We change over time. We forget what we knew once. We take roads that others are taking and try to be like they are. We forget who we are. It's never too late to get to know ourselves. It's never too late to start over and build a friendship based on real interest in our lives. We can ask ourselves questions. We can dig into our hearts and our stories and our past to find the parts of us that were lost along the way. We can claim our own story and honor it. We can get to know ourselves better than anyone. It would be such a sad thing if we didn't take the time to do this. We can build our lives around what we know about ourselves, or we can build a life that replicates the life of others. The truest life comes from knowing ourselves. 2 more. Feeling powerless causes us to behave as if we are powerless, which causes us to do things out of desperation, fear, anger, and helplessness. These are not good frames of mind to base our life decisions on. We really are not powerless. We may not have the power to do everything we want to do, and we may not have the power to do things the way we thought might be the best way, but we are never truly powerless. We have the power to choose what we will do with what life has handed us. We have the power to choose our reactions and our emotions. We have the power to create things that have never been created. We have the power to walk away when it's time to walk away. We have the power to make a difference. We each have so much power to make the world a better place. Things happen in life that are unfair and unjust. There are so many things that happen that we have no control over. Things that change our lives in ways that are difficult and negative. These are the times that we must simply move forward and do the best we can in spite of those things. Many times, however, the problems we have in life contain deep and powerful lessons to help us grow and heal and gain valuable wisdom. So many birds. Whew. We will not gain all of the wisdom that is available if we do not own our parts in our problems. We will not get to a place of freedom until we admit that there were things that we could have done differently. We can forgive ourselves. We can forgive others. We can own our part. We can do better. We can use what we have learned to make everything around us better. We can mend what is broken. And inside of each of these is several little journal prompts. But I just wanted to share those messages with you today because I think they're powerful and it's where I'm at. And I have been waiting all summer for our pomegranates to get ripe. And what I heard was that when they crack open, that's when they're ready. And I think that's so much like us. We spend such a long time waiting and waiting and waiting, and we think something's going to happen one day. And I went out to the tree today and so many of the pomegranates were just split right open, looked broken, and when actually what's on the inside is what was ready. And that's so much like us. Okay, I love you so much. I hope you have a great day. I hope you take this opportunity to make a new life in November and every day after. I love you.